Plan normal. Subtitles, subtitle. I don't know.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Ooh. Tribute. Let's see. Strength. Melee. 200 melee. Heavy weapons. Block. Inspiration. Intimidate. And I get more carrying capacity. Intelligence. Long guns. Persuade. Hack. Medical science. Determination. Critical. Perception. Ooh, sneak and lockpicker.
Let's just hope you're handy with a gun. I hope you won't yell at me the moment I wake you up. You're easy to like. Should come in handy if you're stopped by a guard.
You know what? I'll give myself stats across the not any negative for my first playthrough. I've never ever played this game before. It's in my best to not
Things tend to vanish off tables whenever you're around.
because that's I picked some of my bonus.
You certainly know your way around a Mac pick.
Yeah. Then I've got a couple of we won't be relying on any melee, which could set me up for a hard time at the beginning. Because in fact may not get like good good weapons.
Oh, the damage to your soul may be irreparable.
I pick one. Gender. I've never seen anyone play more than half hour of this. I really not gonna get into styles. That's oh, aha, obvious. Feature. Put a makeup. Put a dirt on the face. Dirty boy. That's it. Selection. Stars. Any cool stars and I have. Age. Perfect. What is your name? And yeah, we'll go with the options that we picked. Call it a day.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Even.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
How big? Hold on. Great that my character just woke up. They immediately remember how to get out of
Good.
K-pop.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
I kind of remember. Oh, wait. Go into my settings. Vertical on. And motion blur. Perfect. Now the game will. Thank you. Thank you, game, being sensible. Having left control as your crouch button. This person is missing legs. Not okay. Great if that happened.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Pretty...
Okay. Anything? Poor fellow. What if I just up the game? Just want. Wait.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Tactical time dilation. Bats. You. Good. Up everything, right? Hoping that like yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, it's just a club. I thought it'd like be really, oh, you know, telescopic. God. Sure. Like I did a bunch of just fine shots from far away, and get up close and it's like, I don't know how to use weapon anymore. Very cool. Very.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech! Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of... I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Legs came up. Want to know his legs getting
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I am incapable of accepting orders. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain... I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
That was a little cheeky.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
That's kind of an... Throw that out there. Can't explore the ship.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really. equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Okay.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
That's great. I think it's highly suspect that he didn't like see my clothing and immediately go, something isn't correct here, but she does gullible. Considering I'm wearing a jumpsuit from the Hope.
You hiding?
Get this guy. See if we can't get a little up close and personal next.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the... Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork... He just is. Conrad, you'll find him...
Gotta quit. Worry about that in a... Go into raising your operation unlock special. Let's go talk.
Miss Holcomb, I need to explain this lesson. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I have... There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered.
Mostly.
Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly...
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand.
My dad told me all about the plan. I mean, if that's all right.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is... You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot.
Okay then. First companion, Parvati. Anyway. Kind of remember some of it, because this is like basically somebody.
Can we chat? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely... It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but... that's not the only side of the
Try not to skip the.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright, and maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Really like what I've seen so far, as far as like animation.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of
General what faces
Yes, what is it?
like the
You're an outsider. Fantastic.
blur
Vicar
background.
Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Press that one.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Got it.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome sum, you say?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Uh-oh.
On the contrary, My position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Something got you down? Nothing. Just don't want to fall asleep.
Interesting. You can like
There's something outside the walls.
air dodge by pressing spaces. Like a double jump. Let's go. Salt tuna cannery. Only source of protein a busy worker needs. Wait. Oh, is that like the rings planet?
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Oh, Parvati. Let's out here. Kind of need to get a bit more of a feel for the ship, what will be. Primal Behemoth. Primal Brute. Ooh, he angry. Oh, I died. That's fine. Kind of figured I would. Bow windows. Auntie Cleo's better than nature.
Sorry, can't do that. Be right
Oh.
heading back.
Oh, those are my followers. 10 points available. So they just go into the big category and everything gets. So let's put some points here. And we'll increase. Except selecting perks. Cleo specialized seminar. You get new perk points spent every 2 levels. Okay. Health here, so 50% base health, walk speed, damage when alone, or carrying capacity. It's probably what I'm. Oh, and fast travel when encumbered. do that. Why? Yep. That it? Oop.
Hey,
Wait, no, it didn't go through. Okay,
my body. Come for
there we go. Alright. Perfect. The behemoth's here, right? One. Cool. Where'd the other ones? They look kind of sad when they die. Guess that they hunted. Fair enough. This the camp with the people? This looks like a marauder camp. Marauder camp. But yeah, let's do it. Cool. I love how no one else in that camp is any the wiser after I took out that dog. I will gladly take equipment. Where's the other one over? It's okay if all of my equipment breaks, because I've got like 4 or 5 extra guns. Any good loot in here? Hacking and picking lots. Hacking and lockpick helps you do the thing. Cool. Nice. Pretty sure I just got an even better weapon too. That was a revolver. I have more. I gained a level. Oh, I see what it was. So, as I lose durability, weapon damage. I see. That's kind of meh. Perfectly fine with like durability being a thing and eventually like not being able to use the item, but for durability to be a thing that is constantly affecting you seems punishing for no reason. Lookout spot here. Building with a door, or is it just nothing? I think I've ransacked all there is to ransack in this camp. Oop. Is F5 the quick save? It is. So yeah, revolver, even though the DPS is lower than the handgun, the damage is geothermal. Interesting. Is there a button I can press? Oh, okay. Guess I need to go around. Oh, right. Need to go talk to the deserters first. Do I have a stamina bar? Look like it. Yeah. I'm not trusting no plug looking leech having dude. What is this? Well, whatever it is. The Marauders are dead. Oh. That's right. Quartz Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build their mechanicals with custom loaded or custom tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours for experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds. The damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and giving it a few good more. That'll learn. The tried and true method for fixing your electronics. Give it a good whack. What? Plasma rifle. 6. the long gun with a special effect of burn. Burn, baby, burn. Put it over here. My skill isn't for long guns, so they're gonna do less damage. Weapon modification. Cool. Nothing. The toilet. Ammo. Shunt. Your way into this part. Secret door. Doesn't seem like it. So those are just closed off. Didn't go in here. Pick. Oh, that's those are cool. So those round blue things I've been picking up are lockpicks. Dervish Mist. Why does that sound like Dervish? Let's see. Is it drugs? An adrenaline booster. So yeah, it's movement speed plus 20%. Melee weapon attack speed plus 20%. Bunch of nanners. Okay. Let's move on. Parkour. Botanical lab. For a second I thought that was its head, and I was like, that's funky looking.
We don't want any trouble.
Ma'am, do you even know me?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Fair enough.
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor. Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
You might be able to do without the gallows humor, but it's what keeps me going.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, Grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear. It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Oh, man. You know, the sucky thing about...
So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
The only thing about games like this, large narrative, story driven, is the fact that I can't really do a whole lot of talking, you know, like I don't get to add much to it, especially that not bad. Didn't notice the red outline till too late there. Trying to find my way. Yeah, as I was saying, big story driven things like this, it makes it really difficult to like commentate, at least for me, because if it's a game like this, right, that I've never played before, I want to be able to experience the game alongside you guys as your experience. If you know you're watching someone play for the first, i.e. me. So it's just kind of sucky that, you know, I can only really add anything to this experience. Fight. Like that. Okay. Fence. Oh, Jesus.
We made it! Nice one!
Okay. Interesting. Apparently this gun has a charging function that makes it do a crap ton of damage. Aw.
Processing. Perform.
Okay. All the scientists are dead, and there's no blood around their body, which leads me to believe that their death was peculiar. Granted, they could have been dead for a long. Energy cells. Construction. So I'm assuming that these electric gates will just turn off after I do something about the electricity here.
That's the last of them.
Interesting. Even the robots burn down into like ash, which is cool, I guess. Go into the plant.
The control room should be ahead somewhere. Touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Wow, not even a scratch!
Might help if I was like sneaking, but oh, I didn't even see that there. Not that close. Looking. Not gonna read a bunch of crazy lore about Spacer's Choice and how they gonna rip everything. Bathroom. I hear things like gears and stuff. Vending machine's supposed to be like good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Fair. Guess they've got decent stuff for. Open. Classic wood. Insane. Or illicit substances. Access file number. Access file number. Chemical fire. Great.
Onyx Security Patrol.
Don't sneak up on me like that, man. Huh? You know, that was more of an experiment than anything else. But I'm glad I did it, because that was just hilarious. Enemies. Well, I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm trying to get money. Excuse me. Purple. There. Here.
Unexpected.
Okay. Nope. Better plan. Yeah, definitely. Plasma is much better on robot. Doesn't matter that we got all those points in handguns. They don't care about the bullets. I feel like I'm getting so much loot. Then when I look at like my inventory, it's like only like half. Granted, I did get that one upgrade as my first perk. Not gonna kill you. Ooh. Hey. Geothermal Chief Security Car. Optional Chester's passcode. I don't think I have one of those. Don't think I have a...
No, just leave me alone.
What? There's a person here?
No, just leave me alone.
In here? They're in that other room. That looks...
You're not real. You're not real.
Person?
Go away, Phantom.
Not a phantom. I'm a human being.
Just leave me alone.
You, on the other hand, are having a psychotic break because you watched all your friends die to the machine.
No, just leave me alone. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
You look like the kind of dude that's having a psychotic break.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Hey.
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. Ironic deaths are the worst. You made your point. I'll help you. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Okay.
Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
I don't want to. Did I just pick up a skill book? Interesting. A cool way to do it, I suppose. Any other lootables around here that I need to concern myself with? Not. Go rewire the mechanical. That one room. Up here. Okay. So there we go. Oh, that one's King of the Roost. Annihilating everybody. Let's oh. Riot control armor. Standard troop helm. You're out. The great name for a weapon. Not gonna lie. Oh.
Security actions.
Cut off the valves. Hey. Sorry, poor scientist man that was killed by the steam, most likely. Workman. Not gonna bother. Loot. Ooh. Model space. What's this? What did I just... I don't know what I just did.
Security.
Get ready.
Whoa. Supposed to attack me? Supposed to only attack other mechanical. Come on, man. You following the program here? Is there a switch at the bottom of this? There's not, right? Okay. Turn the other thing on. This thing. I have no idea what that did. If anything. Oh, here's where that one went on its rampage. You ain't got no head. Dang, man. Okay. Take all that. Another switch. Oop. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that. Yeah. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay. 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 So now we're back at the beginning, right? I want to know what all those switches I pressed were for. Like I sent all that red liquidy stuff. So the question is, Oh. Error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Got it. So I hit 2 of them. So gotta find the 3rd one, which I'm assuming is now conveniently marked for me. Aha. Oh. Hello, loot. Barely noticed you out of the corner of my eye. So now, again, the question is, who do we help? Do we redirect power away from the deserters or away from the town?
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you, do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
So yeah. Do we send it to the laboratory or to Edgewater? Yeah, laboratory. I know Parvati just went with the whole, you know, thing about Edgewater and their power and stuff, but pretty sure at the end of the day she's gonna leave the planet anyway to come with me on this spacefaring adventure. So who cares about Edgewater? Oh, I never turned off the electric heat. That would be how. Alright. So, yeah. Sucks to suck, Edgewater. I guess now we gotta go deal with our consequence. And potentially fight Reed. Ah, that does damage. That is a damage over time on us. Let's go see how Edgewater's doing. Are they gonna like attack us on sight?
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? You're right. I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault, and all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Do I just kill you now? Yeah, why not? Thanks, broskies. Yeah. Peace out, people. Oh, is toss ball like look? Oh yeah. Why did I do it? I did it because Spacer's Choice sucked. You guys want to live? Join the deserters. They're growing food. It is not difficult for you to be able to become a part of that.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have oh gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change.
Deserters left Edgewater behind, nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back. Yes! Captain.
Yep, you're coming with me, Parvati. Why not?
Captain, I have detected that the tower. What can I do for you, Captain?
I should have listened to that.
Do you know? Outstanding, Captain. Our engine room is.
Cool. I've got engineering leveled up. So yeah, I do know how to install a power regulator. Much Ada. That wasn't hard.
What can I do for you? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an
Let's get out of here. Interesting landing gear. My ship have oars?
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Dr. Phineas.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
And this is navigation turn. Where do I need to go? Got it. Cool. So there's
The ground breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain.
several
Feel free
planets.
to disembark.
I wasn't. Where are captain's quarters? Captain's quarters? Project a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to areas provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on. Couldn't have given me that earlier. Empty bed. My bad. Very nice, very nice. No response from... Okay. So some kind of robotic companion. And then... I'm assuming this is an empty room, or is this now Pavarti's? Maybe it's Pavarti's. Yeah, 'cause this, aha. So you can have up to 6 companions, am I seeing? Yeah, 6 chairs. 5 beds plus a robot. Interesting. Can I? Oh, I was gonna say there's no shower, but cool. See, this is interesting world building happening. Of interesting little things, making it seem like, you know, it's a believable space.
Welcome
Ada,
back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
tell me about Sam.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Got it.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? How do linear algebraists settle arguments about matrix transposes? With a duel. Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
My pleasure, Captain. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Oh, look. Brownie face. Alright. Oh.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Yeah, so you'll I'm assuming there's more than 6 recruitable people, but you can only have
That's not the point. This hack was just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Yeah. Guy never liked me. Always trying to get a rise out of me. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So... That's when I... Look, this was... Well... Enjoy... Hey, I don't want to talk to you. Feel it. See you.
I'm assuming this is a potential recruitable. Great. Also, never did anything about my clothing. Aha, so it's just helmet and ooh. Chest. Riot control. There we go. Look at that. I actually look like not a jackpot. Oh, look at that. Casual. Okay, that's cool. Better armor than the riot control armor. Explain to me. Explain to me how the armor-plated riot control armor has less armor. Cool. And now I'm... What's his nuts from Avengers? Or not Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord. Literally.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Well, according to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impacted.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the star. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operation. If I had to take a guess as to why, you take the starch out of them, well, you won't. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. Mutt, is there anything? The fence. You'll find her and the rest. Make sure you bring it in. Be seeing you.
Cool. Welcome to Customs.
Picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Don't give me your gun or anything. But welcome aboard our ship. Which I can just straight fire the gun anyway. So, cool. That's definitely not gonna, you know, come back to bite anyone or cause any problems at all. Giving me full access to my weapons. Okay. Oh.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Excuse me. Let's put some points in. Attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. What? Okay. I kind of want this. I'm gonna go utility over anything else for right now. So the more carry weight and being able to fast travel while encumbered, both flop attractive.
I guess they just chuck it down here.
They dump it into space, or buddy, if I had to guess.
Go back to Byzantium, you go.
Are you my mans?
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
I love how the first one's Alex is dead. Second one, yeah, Alex, impound my ship. Third one, I'm going to wring your scrawny neck, you crap fuck. Give me back my ship.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep... That's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
They probably devoured him.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, and... There, I've removed the flag. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where... That's... Well, that's... Oh, I'm sorry. It's personal business, I'm afraid. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells. It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing... Ask
What?
what...
Oh. Why not? Honestly, oh, I got another perk. Oh, I got another. Weapon armor durability loss. But let's just get 50% more health.
Seen this man. Reward offered for information leading to the capture.
I can only imagine that like we're gonna go through a bunch of stuff in this game at some point, and we're gonna like find out that Phineas is much of a scumbag as.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
And an outpost, corporate secrets, got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
These characters are
Anytime, sweetheart.
pretty decently
You know where to find
written.
me. Here, take a candy with you.
So I'm gonna quick save. That's gonna be it for tonight. Wednesday, we are heading back to Eorzea. Getting back into Final Fantasy, guys. We're gonna do some more leveling. Friday, Path of Exile. Saturday, Alien Isolation, followed by Variety. Next Monday, Dark Souls 2. We start it officially since we finished Dark Souls 1 today. Okay? So, that's our schedule. Final Fantasy, Path of Exile, Alien Isolation, Dark Souls 2. Alright. With all that said, thanks for stopping by. If you liked what you saw, hit that follow button. And be sure to come back another time for another stream. I appreciate the support that you guys give by showing up, and thank you again for everything you do to make me and everything that I do here feel like it's definitely moving forward. We are making it slowly towards that follower count that we need to, you know, turn this into something good. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'll catch you guys Wednesday.